Hey guys, how's it going? What do you want to do today? How about making more bees? Yeah, let's make more bees. There's no rest for the wicked, right? What have I got here? I got two strikers. I got my two strikers. I got my shirt. Oh, that's a nice fishing shirt. I got that at Rural King the other day, guys. Look at that. Got a big old bass on it. And it's from this outfit is Bimini Bay. That is the nicest shirt. Wicks that moisture off of you. I take off this t-shirt and I put that on when I get to the bee yard. I've got some nice, soft, fluffy. Look how nice these are. Look how nice and fluffy and soft those are pine needles. Those are yellow pine needles. Normally, pine needles are just really, well, here's one kind of stiff. But I get these that are run over in the roadways. Makes excellent smoke. Don't put it in your cannabis pipe, guys. It's terrible. I tried it and it don't work. I got my veil and my boots. I love these boots, guys. And I just had Miss Daisy order me some more. Actually, I had her order me 2 more. She said if I bought 2 boots, that they're starting to get wore out. Made in China. Surprise, surprise. The Marlin Trading Company. These things, guys, are light as a feather. Okay, they're perfect. I just wore light cotton socks. The beauty of these is these are wide enough so you don't have to put, you know, the rubber straps and all that, electrical tape and all that nonsense around your boots, legs there. You just pull your pants over these and it's tight enough to where you don't have any bees crawling up in there. But anyway, she got me 2 more of those. Yeah. So the mission today is, you're probably starting to think, God, Steve-O, you're getting so full of it your eyes are going to turn brown. Actually, guys, my eyes are hazel, so no, I'm not going brown just yet. Don't sneer, guys. Don't sneer. I hate it when you sneer. I have feelings, you know. I have feelings. So don't sneer. All right. What are we doing? We got bees over there. They're double, triple stacked over there at the other bee yard. All right. We need to make more bugs. We're going to be doing this constantly. Here's the mission. Here's the mission. We're going over there. I've got 4 bottoms. I got to get some more screen, by the way, because I'm going to staple screen here. I got to go back in the shed and get my stapler, and I'll get my tin snips and more 1/8 wire so we can cover this up. I've got the shrink wrap that'll wrap these up so they don't shift and go all over. The mission today is go over there and find those queens in every one of those 4 boxes. Hopefully they're nice fatties. Last time I was there, them queens really look good. They really look good. So I want to breed from them. I'm going to do walkaways on that. There's a time limited thing I've got going on here. I'll explain later what my time issue is. But anyway, that's why I'm not grafting. So anyway, we'll get into that in a little bit. So I've got 4 lids. I've got 4 bottoms. The mission is to go over there, find those queens, take them and put them on these bottoms, put a lid on it, haul it back here to base camp. Those there we're leaving in place. I want to make sure they have all the goodies that they need to make a new queen. All right, we got plenty of fresh young larvae. We have eggs. We're going to leave. The reason I'm bringing them back here, the queens back here, is they will be able to take all that field force that's out right now working. See, all those guys will come back into those boxes and immediately start making queen cells because they don't have a queen. So we're going to steal that queen, bring her back here, throw another box on her, and give her some sugar water. Give those sugar water over there at the other yard. Also, I have my white vinegar in case they get a little ugly or whatever. Does 2 things. It takes the bite out of that venom. It really does. It just, I don't know what the drawing factor, cleaning factor, whatever of that vinegar. It helps pull that venom out of there, and it soothes that stings. Because I like working barehanded, unless they just get totally blown up vicious. You have to put gloves on, but I don't even. I'm not even taking gloves with me. If they get too bad, I'll just back off. But these bees over there have been excellent bees. These bees I have here have shown no mean, high, hot, Africanized in them. If they do, I terminate them. I'm not dealing with it. So, but anyway, I should be fine with that. We will leave those resources over there. We'll put a jar of sugar water on them, flip the switch on them to autopilot, and we'll date that, and bring back all of our queens back here, this yard. Like I said, we'll stack them up out back here, throw sugar water on them, just keep her cranking. Keep them cranking, guys. All right, let's stop BSing, get over that other yard and get her done. See you over at the other yard. Alrighty, guys, there's what we got to work with right there. You got 10 frames, and you got 15 frames. That one of them's medium. Then you got 2 more over there is 10 frames. So we're going to take and rob them queens out of there, bring them back to base camp, leave the rest of the goodies here, and let them make more bugs. Yeah. That's what we'll do. Alrighty. Yeah, so I thought I'd explain to you guys what's going on with old Steve-O. We've discovered we have prostate cancer. Now, don't panic. Nobody panic here. Nobody panic. For the last year or so, they've been monitoring me because my PSA was creeping up. But as old farts like myself, you will get a high. At my age, 7'2", I just turned 7'2", and you could be running easily 6. You could be a normal at 6.5 or 7. So I've even heard guys with 20 PSA running 20 years before they had a major problem. But here's the problem: 1 in 9 guys will get prostate cancer. Okay. Now, granted, I've been doing all this holistic stuff, as you will know if you've been following my channel for years, harvesting saw palmetto and you know, wild crafting that, making tinctures and this and that. But I am under the my opinion on this whole thing is this: if I hadn't have done that, I would have checked out at about 50, because I had a pretty crappy lifestyle early on. But at 45 years of age, I decided to turn my life around. Quit the smoking, quit the drinking, all the craziness, okay? Stop that. I never did any hard drugs, but smoking and drinking is just about as hard as you can get, okay? Never even really smoked cannabis at all. A lot of my buds did, and still do. But anyway, they smoked the bud. The buds smoked the bud, right? I never got into that. I would drink, you know, some beer and some whiskey, you know, like everybody did. But anyway, so that sets you up. That stuff there, that lifestyle, and the standard American diet. Let's face it, guys. The standard American diet is killing everybody today with diabetes and everything. And it just feeds cancer. It feeds cancer. It's just rocket fuel, okay? It's rocket fuel for cancer. Yeah. The standard American diet. So that's consisting of grains, bread, sugar, and all that nonsense. So yeah, so anyway, yeah, my PSA was creeping up, but I've been shooting up the cypionate, testosterone, for quite a few years, and that, they tell me now, get this, they tell me that cypionate will not cause cancer, but if you have cancer, it will accelerate it. All right, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but that's what they're telling me. That's what the geniuses are telling me. Now, it's almost been 40 some days since I've been off of it, because as soon as they discovered that I had prostate cancer, and I'll explain that, how they did that, but anyway, they said you got to come off of it. And they told me that reason. That didn't compute very well, but whatever, because I feel great. I'm feeling it now. I'm feeling coming down from that, because once you get on that, your body doesn't make it anymore. So yeah, I'm going to be a little more sluggish. I'm going to be feeling like I'm 75 probably, whatever. But I walk every day, and I'm off that stupid, ridiculous standard American diet. And anyway, I feel a lot better since I've been off of that diet. Anyway, so anyway, I said, well, they want to do a biopsy. Well, biopsies are scary. I don't know if you know how biopsies are done. They put your butt on a table, and they put you on a table. You lay on your side. You don't have to undress for this. You can just drop your pants to your knees, hang your tushy off the bench, and they run an MRI camera around, an imaging camera around in front. Actually, you can see this entire process while you're laying on the gurney thing there. And the technician girl, she lubes up this tool. It's about that big and sticks up your rear end. Then they have, that is the camera, okay? And inside that camera, they shove a needle in there. They take 12 hits of that prostate. They're shooting a hole through your colon into that prostate, but they image that prostate, right? They image that thing, and they have this gun-looking thing. It sounds like a 357. If you ever dry fired a pistol, you hear the snap. That's the way that thing sounds. Sounds like a 357 dry firing. So this is the goodies you guys got to look forward to when you get my age. Anyway. But it's not scary, and it did not hurt. I mean, it's uncomfortable when they're sticking that up your tush, okay? But anyway. He also injects lidocaine or something. It's a number, so you don't feel it shooting through your colon. There's no pain to this thing at all. You hear the snap sound anyway, and you can see this needle flying straight into your prostate. It's pulling out a plug of meat. They do that 12 times, all right? And after that, then they send it off. In 3 to 5 days, you'll have your results on that. Well, my results, they came up with 2. There was a 2, and there was some 3s, and then there was a 3-5, and it was all on one side. It wasn't on both sides, and the cancer has not crawled out of the prostate, okay? I had a friend of mine, he's a bee customer. His dad passed from it. Well, he didn't go to the doctor like he should be, with checkups and whatnot. Well, that thing grew out of his prostate and strangulated his rectum, and he couldn't poop. So they went in, took it out. He said he came home, actually was feeling quite good, and but it is spread. The cancer had spread, and it took him out. He killed him shortly thereafter. Very sad story. So you should jump on it when this happens. Get on it. But I told this guy, listen, I am on a cancer starvation diet. He looked at me like I was an alien from planet Ecoteka. Okay, guys. He's like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, Steve-O? I said, listen. I said, cancer loves sugar. I don't eat it. He said, you could be a skinny guy. You can be a big fat slob. He said, both of them get prostate cancer. I said, yeah, granted, but I don't feed it. So anyway, I said, well, what else can we do? He said, well, we can just send you over here to Tampa, and you can get an MRI. They'll inject a fluid in you, and they'll look at the imaging thing. I said, let's go for that. Well, that copay was $200. Yeah, I'm just telling you guys all this stuff because you probably go down this same trail, and I like to share this information with you so you'll know what you're going to be up against, all right? So anyway, I go over there, and sure enough, 3 or 4 days later, they call me in. I had to go back in, pay another $30 copay. Every time you go into these guys, $30 copay, on and on. They just love those. And then to sit down and tell you, could do all this over the phone. We couldn't find anything really with that imaging. We couldn't find nothing on that. And I said, well, that's cool, that's cool. He said, but I really would still like to do a biopsy. I said, yeah, I know the game because they want to make money with this, right? And I said, well, what else you got? What other tricks you got in your little Easter basket there? He says, well, I said, and he didn't know. Like he played stupid, like he didn't know. And I said, well, I was researching, guys. And I said, what's with this 4K score test? Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we can do a 4K score test. Well, what the 4K score test does, guys, that it's a blood test that targets that prostate. Okay. I said, let's do the 4K score test. Okay, that you have to come back here to the office for that. I said, oh, that's fine. So that was another copay. They suck blood out, they send it off. Well, it comes back at 77% chance that I could have prostate cancer. So he says, now we need to do, I said, what do you want to do now, Doc? I want to do a biopsy. I said, okay, let's get her done. Let's get her done. So I go in and get the biopsy. I go back in, took Miss Daisy, and we sat down, listened to the spiel. And he said, yep, you have prostate cancer. And so I said, okay, well, what, if you were in my shoes, what would you do? He said, no, he said, I got a hunch this is not got out of your prostate. It's still in there. I said, okay. If you were in my shoes, well, I would get it out. I would have it removed. I said, okay, let's do it. Let's get her done. Let's get her done. He said, you're done making babies anyway, aren't you? And he looked at Miss Daisy, and she's kind of like, really? And he's sitting there with a giggle grin, and I said, yeah, we're done making babies, Doc, but we like to practice. And he's got this grin. He was grinning, guys, like a possum licking poop off electric fence, okay? Anyway, he said, we need to get it out. I said, okay. He said, but what we got to do now is send you off for a bone scan. Okay. So he sends me off for a bone scan. I had to go to 2 different places for that. Anyway, that was a go in, and they injected me with this highlighter dye stuff. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's a radioactive stuff they put in you. You leave and come back in 3 hours. So I went home, had lunch, went back around 2, went in there at 9, and went back around 2, and girl was in there, and she put me on hot. Oh, she was a hottie, guys. She was a hottie. I'm telling you what. Anyway, she put me on this table, and she said, I'm going to run you. We're going to go from your feet all the way to your head. We're going to do your head last, okay? So this thing's slow. She said, don't move around. You got to be perfectly still. And I went through this machine, and the last thing they did, the whole machine rotated. It was like going through a big donut, okay? And anyway, I went through this whole machine, and I'm sitting here this whole time thinking, guys, how can I know she can't tell me any results, right? She can't tell me the results of this test, right? So I'm thinking, old Steve-O's thinking, how can I trick her into getting an idea of how this goes, right? Because they're sitting there, and these technicians know exactly if you're ate up with cancer or whatever, okay? I'm telling you guys, they know, they're trained, they know exactly what they're looking at. They know what's happening, okay? Of course, it has to go off to a reader. Our reader relays that info to the doctor, right? So I'm thinking, how can I trick her? And then I came up with one. So I get all done with everything, and she said, okay. She said, very good. You're good to go. You'll have these results in 3 to 5 days. I said, oh, no. I will have I won't get these results for 3 weeks. What? I said, yeah, the doctors like to make you suffer. I'm not going to get these results for 3 weeks. They're going, oh, wow. So I says, well, wish me luck. That's the trick word I use, guys. You need to use that word too. Wish me luck. And she looked at me. She says, you won't need it. You won't need it. She said, you got this ass kicked. Yeah, she told me you got this ass kicked. So I'm feeling good, guys. I've said that they didn't see nothing. And there wasn't anything. So then I got to go a day or two later to get the gut, all the goodies down here, the lungs, everything checked. Same scenario, but this time I didn't have to three-hour wait. Just go in, they inject you toward the end of the run. And I used the same tactic on this next girl. After I was done, she said, "Okay, sir, you're all set." Now, and she had a bewildered look on her face. That got me thinking, what's up, right? She says, when were you diagnosed with this? I said, about 2 weeks ago. She goes, well, you did a 4K score test? I said, yeah. It was 77. She goes, and what was that PSA? I said, the last PSA I got, but they've been fooling around with me. I said, it was 8.5. That's the other thing, guys. When they do the digital finger thing up your hiney and touch that prostate, your PSA level automatically jumps up. It stimulates that prostate and makes that PSA go up. So keep that in mind. If you went in there and did a digital exam and then ran out and did a PSA test right then, your numbers would be high. So I don't know if they've played that game with any people or not, just to get this biopsy thing done. But I got the biopsy thing done, and it does show cancer, according to that. But I did the same thing with this girl. And she said, well, what's the plan? She said, well, what's the plan of attack here with you? I said, to remove the prostate. She had this look, guys, of, oh my, she almost said, oh my God. So I knew there was issues here, right? Anyway, I probably have a very slow, smoldering cancer, which some guys can live for 20 years. It's the slowest growing cancer there is out there. But if you don't take care of yourself like Steve-O's done, that thing can accelerate like a rocket. Like any cancer, whether it be brain, lung, or whatever, okay? And I said to the girl, I says, wish me luck. And she just threw her hands up like this and says, you'll be just fine. I said, thank you very much. Hey, you have a nice day. She said, you too. And I walked out, guys. So that's where old Steve-O's at. I thought I'd give you guys a heads up on that little deal and tell you what's going on, because I'm going to be down for a while with this operation, at least 6 weeks. Will be probably no lifting or anything. And you'll have some urination issues with that too. You might be in, depends, but I figured, like I told the doctor, I said, well, you come in the world in diapers and you go out in diapers, Actually, guys, you can regain it, they say. You can actually regain sexual function and urination control later down the road. It may take 9 months or more to get squared away, but yeah, it's all doable. Yeah, so anyway, I'm not puckered up on this situation at all, but I would like your prayers, because anytime you go under the knife, it's going to be done robotically with a Da Vinci robotic machine, like most of them are done. They don't open you up much anymore. I mean, if they're in the middle of this Da Vinci thing and something goes south, they all have to open you up. And then that's a long extended thing, recovery time and all that. So anyway, hopefully, fingers crossed, and with your guys' help and your prayers, but don't start praying yet though. Don't start praying yet. I will do another video and tell you what the date is I'm going in and what morning and time my surgery is. So you can pray. That way, the main man will send down guardian angels to sit beside the robotic man doing my surgery and guide his hands through this operation. And with your help, that will happen. All right, guys, that's the tune-up on that. And it's going to be fine. I'm going to get through this. Everything's going to be hunky-dory because I have got to keep working bees until I'm 175 years of age. Okay? Yes. All right, let's get her done. Let's get suited up here and get after these queens. We got to do a queen hunt. We're on the hunt of the queen. Alrighty, guys. Let's see what these girls got to offer here. Boy, they're drinking syrup. Drinking syrup like crazy. Darn carpenter ants, I hate them. I hate them. This one don't look too fat here. This head got one frame pulled up to the top here. Really, this one is not. I'm going to let this one go. While we're here, though, let's go downstairs and see how they're coming along. I thought this colony, I thought all 4 of these would be fat enough by now. I'm pretty sure this one is we can split. She's laying really well here. All those open cells are crammed full of eggs. Same on this side. Starting to work on that drone frame a little bit. Yeah, this girl here, she's doing all right, but she's not splittable. So we'll move on. Needs more food though. And I have that, so. Let's add a jar of syrup. Just helps keep them off your hands, guys. They've completely plugged up this beetle barn here. See what's inside, if anything. Nothing. Yeah, there is 2. Yeah, there is 2. There's 2 of them. One there and one there. So let's get them a fresh one. I just keep them in this little dollar store bucket here. And I leave them open. I leave the clamshells open. Put a little max force in here. That's plenty. Whoa, 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 whoa. Way too much. That's fine. Let's add it to the bottom where all the brood is. Okay, moving along to the next one. Okay guys, here's a Steve-O Quality Queen here. What she's doing. Very nice. I just added this box not long ago at all. Yeah, she's just a slamming it full, guys. She's loading this thing right up with eggs, nice. Be kind of nice if I found her right here on this frame. But I don't see her. Doing very well. Alright, I'm going to keep hunting until I find her and I'll show her to you. Okay guys, I'm digging into this medium here now, and she's got it pretty well slammed with brood, and everything that's not brood is backfilled with eggs. So it'd be nice if I found her in this. I could take this back home, this medium back home. But it don't matter. See, I don't sell bees on medium frames. I sell them on deeps. But no biggie. If you've got mediums and you want to make extra bees, throw these mediums on and let them blow them up. You can always put them on top or underneath a deep box until they migrate up and blow out the deep box. No big deal. Okay, I'm going to go through this kind of religiously here till I find her. Okay guys, there she is. The Steve-O Eagle Eye picked her up. So I'm going to put her back in here. We know where she is now. And I'm going to get this drone frame out of here. Leave all these bees I can here on this site. I got a screen here. That's all right, it'll take the whole box and all. Take the whole box and all. Bottom board and all. There's plenty of work left to do on that one. Let's give them another one here. Let's see what's on this frame here. I've got a lot of eggs I need to leave here. I'll tell you what guys, I'm going to put this one in here. She'll be filling that up really fast, really soon. Let me smoke these bees down a little bit. Put this on the truck. Alright, I got my screens here. And what I did is put a split in the center. Put a split in the center here, and I made a cut here and a cut here. That way we can regulate that. Or for right now, we just close it all the way down for transport. See that hive right there? As soon as I shrink wrap it, it'll be ready for transport. Now what we need to do is put this hive back together. This will be our nook here. These oxalic acid paper strips haven't been working here that I can see in Florida. I think we just have way too much high humidity here in Florida to make them work. Look out, girls, coming in. Coming in, girls. Alrighty. Now what do we got left here, guys? We got a bunch of brood here, sealed. We got a bunch of brood here, but no eggs to speak of. What do we got here? All right, we got tons of perfect age, actually graftable stuff there. So I'm short of frame, so what we're going to do is move this stuff over and put this drone frame on the outside. Put that, we got all this field force out, and plus we've got all these bees here, guys. This is full of brood here, sealed brood up here. See about this gap here. I just split the difference on them. I split the difference on them, and they will propolis that baby on up. Oh, I'm gonna get a beetle barn on here. Yeah, just got a small hole on it. That'll work great. Yep, tons of bees here. This will make a good nook. Let me get a beetle barn on it and a feeder jar, and they'll be on autopilot. And then we need to date the top. Alrighty, guys, we got this one done up. Got a feeder on it. We're gonna come back on 625. Today's 525, and see if we got a new queen in here. This is some excellent genetics. So we'll see what these guys got to offer. Alrighty, guys, this is that next one in line, and she is doing well, but she has not blown this out like I hoped. No, they're just pulling out this comb and putting up a little nectar. They've got a lot of frames to work yet. A lot of stuff to work. This side has got brood, and we have some eggs on the edge. This side here is all nectar. And that's a frame I moved up from the bottom and then put one downstairs. And so no, we can't do nothing with this one. So we'll move on down the line. what you can do too, guys, on these, when you blow these out, they say you got them filled up. They're just about 90% filled, the next box you put on. To speed up this thing, I wasn't hurting for time today, but if I had a bunch of these, say like 100 of these to do, I'd get 100 excluders and I'd stick in here right in between these two. I'd come back in about 5 or 6 days and you know right then where your queen is with the egg laying scenario. So right then you can snatch that box off, leave the other one here, or switch. What I would do is switch. Say she was up top here. That's cool. I could take her and throw her on my truck. But say if she was on the bottom, I would take that bottom one, throw on my truck, put another bottom down, and move that one downstairs. And you're set up, ready to rock and roll. Just go in and make sure you have eggs up in here for your new, you know, to make your new queen. Okay guys, last hive on this little line up here. And I can tell you right now, this queen's nice. It's going to be a nice queen right here. This would be a sellable nook right here. But she hasn't blown it out yet. See, you got plenty of room there. That outside frame hadn't done much. They're just starting to draw on it. This pattern looks very nice here, as you can see. She's filling up all those interior hatched out ones back with eggs. Same on this side. Everything's getting filled up. I'm not even going to hunt for her. Don't need to put an eyeball on it. You know why, guys? Because I know what a queen looks like. Yeah. So anyway, that pretty much wraps up my little deal for the day. No biggie. I mean, we got one. I mean, this girl's coming along. I put all these, I put that box on, this box on, and this box on all at the same time. So you can see the progression here. This girl here is doing better than the other ones. But she's got plenty of room to work. My whole deal is here is to, like I've said, with this operation thing I'm fixing to look at here, I won't be able to get out here and do field work with these. So I want to make sure that they don't blow up. Give me enough working time. So I got a month or two here. I probably got 2 months here before these things get crazy to try to swarm on me. And they're this year's queens. Normally queens don't want to swarm out on you until the following year, but if you cram them into like a 3-framer, they blow them out, yeah, you're gonna have swarm issues. So that's where we're at today, guys, with Steve-O's adventures. Thank you for stopping in on the Steve-O adventures. I don't even have a surgeon set up yet, so we're playing insurance games right now. That's always fun, finding out who's paying what, where, when, and all that. And then, of course, trying to get the best surgeon for the money. So that's the game we're playing now. So I will let you guys know, keep you posted on how this thing is going. We've made one nook. So that's good. Got $100 on the truck. But these will all be, this will be $400 right here very soon. Very soon. Alright guys, I will catch you on the next one. Be happy, be strong. We got to keep getting her on. You know that. See ya.